Have you ever wondered why food is packaged in certain ways? In this video, we'll explore the materials used in food packaging and the critical factors behind choosing the right one. There are 5 common types of materials being used, as you can see from this slide, and each material has unique properties that makes it suitable for specific types of food. Firstly is plastic. Now moving on to advantages. So which of the following is not an advantage of plastic? Plastic is not biodegradable, meaning it can last for centuries, polluting the environment, harming wildlife, and introducing microplastics into our food. That's why we're urged to use reusable bags and cut down on single-use plastics. Now moving on to disadvantages. So which of the following is not a disadvantage of plastic? So yes, plastic is actually has poor sustainability, can release harmful chemicals, and is not suitable for high temperature food storage. However, on the bright side, many plastics are recyclable, helping to reduce waste when disposed of properly.
Now let's move on to the second material, paper and cardboard. Let's learn more about the advantages of paper and cardboard. What do you think is the difference between paper and plastic packaging? Paper and cardboard are more biodegradable as they decompose more quickly in landfills. Lastly, let's talk about the disadvantages of paper and cardboard. Identify the options that corresponds to the answer. The answer is that they have low corrosion resistance, which makes them unsuitable for packaging products that are exposed to moisture or air for long periods. The third material we'll be talking about is metal. Now, let's dive into the advantages of metal. What is one of the primary advantages of metal in food packaging? The answer is the excellent oxidation resistance that prevents food from spoiling when exposed to air. Lastly, for disadvantages of metal, what could be the answer for this question? Yes, although metal provides excellent protection against moisture and air, their production has a higher environmental impact, making recyclability a key concern for sustainability.
Let's look at the factors to consider when choosing packaging material. Among these materials, which do you think can be used as a moisture barrier alone? The answers are A, B, and C. The reason being, not all plastics are impermeable to moisture. Only some plastics like PE, PET, and PP are excellent moisture barriers. Glass and metals are impermeable to gases, which makes them perfect for preserving moisture-sensitive food. As mentioned in earlier slides, wood and paper allows air to flow through them, which will leave moisture-sensitive foods vulnerable. What about oxygen? Which materials are oxidation resistant? The answer is A, B, and C as well. However, this time, the type of plastic differs. Moisture-resistant plastics may not be oxidation resistant, the only exception being PET. As previously mentioned, glass and metals are impermeable to gases. Now, let's talk about corrosion. Only glass and some plastics are able to withstand foods with high acidity as well as foods with high salinity. The reason being, glass is chemically inert, and some plastics, like PET, share similar chemical characteristics. Despite only glass and plastics being corrosion resistant, it is common to see aluminum and stainless steel cans containing acidic and salty foods like tomatoes and sardines. Why is that? Well, metals are often lined with polyesters or BPA-free epoxy as a barrier against the corrosion. The metal provides a barrier against light, oxygen, and moisture, properties which plastics do not have. This can also help improve shelf life and recyclability. And since glass is corrosion resistant, why is it not a common material used for acidic foods like milk? As glass is transparent, foods that are light sensitive such as milk might result in losing its flavor. Also, it is fragile and breaks easily, unlike the conventional milk cartons, which are made of paper lined with polyethylene. Moving on to cost, wood is the most expensive as it undergoes a long and tedious manual-intensive process. Glasses and metals are the most expensive when it comes to manufacturing, as they require an energy-intensive process. Glass has a higher overall cost due to transportation, as they are fragile and require proper handling. Paper is slightly more expensive than plastics due to its manufacturing process. Converting wood of trees into paper requires more resources and energy compared to injection molding of plastics. Let's look at the sustainability of each material. Environmentally, metal, glass, wood, and paper are favored because they are highly recyclable, which reduces the need to obtain these materials from the environment through mining or deforestation. Additionally, recycling these used materials requires less energy than producing new ones. Plastic, on the other hand, is made from non-renewable fossil fuels. Although it can be recycled, it can only be done a limited number of times before it loses its structural integrity and ends up in landfills, making it the least sustainable. Plastic is the most commonly used material in food packaging as it is highly versatile and effective for food preservation. It is cheap, lightweight, and durable, but it is also known to bring about pollution on air, land, and sea, as well as recycling challenges. So how can we improve its sustainability? Well, we could create biological plastics which will reduce plastic waste pollution, create recycling initiatives, or switch out plastic as a whole for a more sustainable material. In conclusion, the exploration of various food packaging materials reveals a landscape marked by both innovation and challenge. Each material presents distinct advantages in terms of functionality, cost, and sustainability, making them suitable for different applications within the food industry. However, the environmental impact of packaging waste remains a critical concern. As we move forward, it's essential for customers, manufacturers, and policymakers to support sustainable packaging practices. This includes prioritizing recyclable, reusable materials, as well as investing in advancements that reduce reliance on single-use plastics.